my name's James Bradley from DiGiCo in the UK. We're here at the Seal and Satis show 2008. We're showing the award-winning SD8 system that we have here. The SD8 is our latest console. It comes complete with a digital snake, 48 input rack and 8 outputs, which is expandable to 24 outputs. Completely compatible with the rest of our systems, so if you already own a D1, D5 or even an SD7, we can share the inputs from your stage racks that you already have. So the system features 37 motorised faders, and the control is done from this central 15-inch touchscreen. We work in banks of 12 now. Previously we've worked in banks of 8 on our D-series system, but we can actually operate with faders in banks of 12. In terms of inputs, we can do up to 60 channels, and they can be mono or stereo channels. So that's the equivalent of 120 channels of DSP and a DSP-based system. And we've got 24 buses, and you can assign them to be mono or stereo groups or mono or stereo auxes. They can all be stereo, again, because it's not DSP. You can make 24 stereo, unlikely, but you can do that, so you're not using the resource of an extra DSP channel. On top of that, we have a 12 input, 12 output matrix. We also have 12 control groups, VCAs, refer to those in the analog world. We also have 12 graphic EQs, which can be inserted across any of the inputs or outputs. 2 solo buses, and obviously a master bus as well. So the system works from this 15-inch touchscreen you see here, and we have controls for 4-band parametric EQ in the channel strip on the right-hand side. Because we're using FPGA processing, which is the same technology taken from our SD7 system, we actually have that full processing across all inputs and outputs. As well as this, we have dynamics, so you've got a compressor and gate, and that is also available on all of your outputs as well. We have an extensive snapshot system. Again, this is taken from the SD7 development. Other things that we have the ability to put a laptop on the top left-hand corner here. We're using the RME MADI-face system. So we're able to record 56 channels in and out from here. So if you want to take last night's show and use it for your rehearsal time, which can be often quite limited, we can take that system and put a laptop on there. Other things that we have full control for the snapshots and the solo bus in the top right-hand corner here. Also, we have a strip of 8 buttons here for assignable macros. So if there's a key that you think is missing from the console, like opening screens, pretty much every function the console can have, saving, you can assign it to one of the macros there as well. It's worth mentioning that it does come with the stage rack as part of the system. Also is compatible with the existing racks that we have. But also on the back of the console we have local I/O. So we've got 8 mic line in, 8 line outs, and 8 AES as well. I mentioned it's compatible with the racks, so the gain tracking system available on all of our systems works on here. So we can share those inputs across multiple consoles. So if you wanted to use the SD8 with a D1 in the system or a D5 or any of the consoles, that will work. It's also compatible with our offline software. So we can remotely control the system. If you put a wireless hub on the back, you could go around and control all of the parameters on the console remotely. Also, it features USB, so you could take a session from one SD8 to another one. So you can take your show file, which has all your structure information on there, and load it into any other SD8. We have an inbuilt effects engine here as well. 6 stereo effects that we have, so you can assign those to your auxes or anywhere you like on the console. Taking the same technology again and development from the SD7. So it's a new design for the Surface here. As I mentioned, it's working in banks of 12 now. We do only have one central touchscreen, but it's very quick to navigate. So if we want to control these faders here, we just hit screen assign. The information drops onto the middle. Screen assign here, we're working on this bank of 12 here. We can also copy the information from the faders to the center here as well. So it actually mirrors what you're doing, and you're working in the traditional fashion with all your faders in line with what you see on the screen here. We can also drop the aux sends to faders if you want. So for monitor guys, if they prefer to mix on the faders, we can quite easily set up the solo to assign the console to do that. So you solo aux 2, for example, you have aux 2's mix across the faders. So very good for monitor guys as well. I think that's about it. Do you want me to end it in a way and say goodbye?